Good evening. As mentioned in the last hour, tidal surges are expected at this hour along the coastline of Fiji, and those residing in these areas have been advised to move to higher ground. For the very latest in the capital, we have our reporter Edwin Nund.
There are waves washing over the seawall. Now, this is a fairly low portion of seawall that is at Suva Point, but looking out into the ocean, this is very scary. I've never seen anything like it. These waves are crashing against the seawall and coming up onto the road and just onto the playground next to me. In this sort of situation, I'm just trying to imagine the rivers that feed into the ocean. They must very well be swelling right now. There's also a possibility of flooding in low-lying areas, especially places like Wailea, which is a very flood-prone area. And this, I believe, is just the beginning of high tide, and things may get worse in time to come. For FBC News, I'm Edwin Nund.
To the Coral Coast now, and as we speak, strong winds and heavy rain is being felt along the Singatoka area. FBC News journalist Shelvin Chand with more.
We're currently in Singatoka, where we are feeling the winds again. The stretch between the Coral Coast stretch up to Batu Karasa, it felt as if everything was normal, as we could not feel the strong winds. We tried to take shots, pictures of the so-called sea surges, but even then the water level looked to be at a minimum, and as if the waves were during a normal day. But after a while, as we approached Singatoka, the waves on the sea got bigger, visible, and the wind has suddenly picked up. As we are in Singatoka, we are watching power lines which are down. There are broken branches which are flying everywhere. A few missed our vehicle, and if I were to step outside of the vehicle right now, I could actually hear the noise. So it's very much Cyclone Evan is very much strong in the Singatoka, and I believe it will be in Nandi side. We met some doctors who were returning from Singatoka Hospital, who told us all the roads were all clear to cross the town, but halfway through Singatoka, as we are parked near the High Performance Rugby unit, we can tell you that the winds have certainly gotten stronger. It's much stronger than what is currently being felt in Suva. For FBC News, I'm Shelvin Chand from Singatoka.
And do stay tuned, because we will continue to get more reports both from Edwin and Shelvin from along the Coral Coast and areas around the capital. But the latest weather update from the Nandi Weather Office has placed Tropical Cyclone Evan 60 kilometers south-southwest of Viwa, or about 30 kilometers west-northwest of Nandi, and about 145 kilometers west-northwest of Suva. On this track, the cyclone is expected to be located about 205 kilometers southwest of Viwa, or about 170 kilometers southwest of Nandi, or about 225 kilometers west-southwest of Suva at 4 a.m. tomorrow. A hurricane warning remains in force for Yasawa and Mamanuca Group, west of the line from Ba to Singatoka and nearby smaller islands. A storm warning remains in force for the interior of Viti Levu and Vatulele, while a gale warning remains in force for the Mbua Province, Lomai Viti Group, for the rest of Viti Levu and nearby smaller islands, as well as Kandavu Mbenga and nearby smaller islands. A strong wind warning and a damaging heavy swell warning remains in force for the rest of Fiji. Police have increased their presence in towns and cities around the country. Chief Operations Officer ACP Rusiate Tundravu says they are now working on the directive handed to them by the Prime Minister Commodore Renge Bainimarama this morning.
By now, all of the people should be staying at their homes rather than coming over to the urban centers. We have also directed nightclub owners to close all the nightclubs tonight until the cyclone passes over the Fiji group. So you will expect police officers on the road and also in the main cities and towns trying to control the movement of people. This is for the purpose of providing security to the people at large, and also we would like to control any people who would like to take opportunity in this situation into their own hands. So I'm just requesting the support of each and everyone in regards to the effort being taken by the police and all the government department officials. We are all on standby and committed to the work at hand for the benefit of the people they love. So we are doing our part. We expect the people at large to do also abide by the directives and the orders are being given in regards to the situation that we are in.
Power blackouts are now being experienced by those in the Central Division. Word from the FEA is that the transmission line from Wailo Hydro Power Station to Suva has been damaged and needs urgent repairs, which can only be done tomorrow morning. FEA says they will also need to patrol the entire transmission line to ensure the rest of the power line is intact. However, this needs to be done through a helicopter and will only be carried out when the weather improves. As a result, FEA has now resorted to supplying the Central Division power demand through its Kinoa diesel power station, but due to the limited capacity, power will have to be rationed. That's it for now. Our next weather update is at midnight tonight. Until then, from the news team, stay safe and good night.